This is Into the Fire.
I take great pleasure in welcoming to Into the Fire the clever goal-kicking forward, now mid, great role model for all young girls in the AFL, a superstar of the competition and lovely person, Jasmine Garner. Nice to meet you, Jasmine.
Oh, thanks for that kind introduction, Liam.
That's okay. You played footy at a very young age. Did you play any other sports back in the day when footy wasn't recognised as being such a female sport?
Yeah, I did. I guess I've always played footy, but I even had a year off at one point, and I went to basketball and netball. Yeah, at one point I didn't know that women's footy existed, so I went away from it, and then come back into it, and finally there was a women's AFL, and that's a great pathway now for young girls that are getting into AFLW.
Yeah, and I'm glad you chose to play it. You were a very gifted footballer from a young age. Did you start playing in the boys' comp? I bet you taught them a lesson or two.
I did. I started when I was 8, so I played with the boys. I was the only girl for a number of years during my time in junior footy. And then, once I got to the age of 14, like a lot of the girls, I had to stop playing. We weren't allowed to play with the boys anymore. So that's when I had my year off. And then, I realised that there was a youth girls competition not too far from me. So I, rejoined back up and started playing again.
Cool. The AFL came at exactly the right time for you, didn't it? Your love for the game briefly wavered. Was it Moana Hope lighting up the stage on exhibition match when you thought, hold on here, I could do that?
Yeah, so I probably went through a stage where I wasn't enjoying my footy as much. I guess I'd been playing it for so long, since I was 8 years old. And, I kind of wanted a break from it. But I went down and watched the exhibition game. It was like an all-stars game down at Whitten Oval, which wasn't too far from me. So I went and watched. And, I think that's the game where Mo turned it on, and she kicked quite a few goals. And it was really exciting to watch. And, I realised that's what, I always wanted to do when I was younger. My dream was to play AFL, and they announced the AFLW League, and so I thought to myself, I have to work hard for this opportunity, and thankfully I did, and I nominated myself for the draft, and was eventually picked up by Collingwood Football Club.
Yeah, you are and always will be the first ever goal kicker for the AFLW. Wow, now that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Looking back on it, that game, just running out and just seeing, there was 25,000 or so there, and the stadium was absolutely full to the brim, and it was a lockout, and kicking the first ever goal was pretty cool. And even though we didn't get the win that night, it was just one of my favourite games that I'll always remember, and I guess the start of my AFLW career.
Yeah, it would have been pretty cool to kick the first goal. Now, you used to be a landscaper, and then were expected to go out and train. Such a tough job. Do you think this type of work better prepared you for working hard on the field, or is it too tough to manage both?
Yeah, I did landscaping for quite a bit, quite a few years, and then had to juggle that with footy. And probably back then I didn't know how to, work-life balance, and, also footy, and then having time to see your friends and family too. So it was a little bit on. I stepped away from landscaping. And now I guess I can find that balance. At the moment, I'm completing a plumbing apprenticeship, so going into my 3rd year this year. And I guess the company I work for has been great, and giving me the days off that I need, and being able to balance doing my apprenticeship, but then also training for footy. You have some long nights and early mornings, but I guess you do it because you love it. And hopefully one day for the younger girls that are coming through, they can just focus on footy, and it'll be a full-time career for them. But at the moment I juggle both, and it works. So just love doing it both.
Yeah, sounds like you're working hard. You were picked up by the Pies in its inaugural season. That must have been unbelievable. What was it like playing for arguably the biggest club in Australia?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Going into draft day, I was just happy to be picked up by anyone, and yeah, thankfully the Collingwood Football Club called my name out. Mum's a Collingwood supporter and she absolutely loved it. I was a Carlton supporter growing up, so bit of rivalry there, but no, I fell in love with Collingwood as soon as I walked in. I really enjoyed my time there, and I guess when North come into the competition, there was opportunities for me elsewhere, so I decided to take that step and I guess continue my career at North Melbourne, which I'm absolutely loving right now.
Yeah, North Melbourne are great club. Okay, AFLW State of Origin. What sort of honour was it to pull on the Big V in the first ever State of Origin game? Now, you only just won, nearly a 100-point win actually, and you scored 5 goals. Bet you really enjoyed that night.
Yeah, that State of Origin game, well, it was, a couple of years ago now, on Marvel Stadium, which is a great deck to play on. And I guess just to be playing with, the best footballers in Australia was pretty cool. Like the ball movement, you have Daisy Pearce on your team, Ali Blackburn, some really good footballers. So as a forward, it makes it easier when you have all these gun midfielders kicking the ball to you. And yeah, it was just one of those games where the ball just ended up in my hands and I was lucky enough to finish with 5 goals. And yeah, it was a great win and just, another game that I won't forget.
Yeah, it would have been a great night for you. Now, you've been a big part of the rise of AFL in women's sport. You must be proud of that. Do you ever look back and say, wow, look what we're doing now?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty special. For me growing up, I've said this before, my idols and I guess role models were, people like Kuda Fedes and, Maddie Lappin and, Eddie Betts. And I still look up to all these players and, Buddy Franklin. But now, the girls growing up, they can, look at women footballers and they have that pathway for them. And, hopefully we can inspire those young girls playing under 9s footy or, under 15s footy to, look up to us and, dream of playing AFLW one day.
Yeah, and I'm sure they do look up to you. You moved from Collingwood to North Melbourne. I love North Melbourne as a club, by the way. What made you move, and was it a tough decision leaving the club you started with?
Yeah, it definitely was a tough decision leaving Collingwood and the girls there. But I guess for me, it was, more than just on the field. It was off the field and career opportunity as well. North Melbourne, gave me a job working in the Next Gen Academy space and the coaching space and just got my foot in the door there and I guess just seeing what it was like to be involved, inside a footy club and I guess see how it all works. And from there, they also helped me get my plumbing apprenticeship. So I think everything happens for a reason. And it was a tough decision, but I guess one that, I'm glad I moved and it's all worked out for me now. And I'm just absolutely loving my footy at North Melbourne.
Yeah, that would have been a tough decision though. All Australian first year with Kangas. Did that tell you that I'm as good as these girls? Because you have taken off since then, haven't you?
All Australian in my first year, as a forward, and I guess it's just being comfortable in myself and confident in myself that I can play the footy that I have. And I guess when you got the team around you, that's making it a lot easier to play some good footy and also just enjoying footy. I think when you're enjoying your footy, you play your best footy. And I think that's what I'm doing now. So, absolutely loving it at the moment. And hopefully we can continue to build and, bring home something special.
Yeah, and you're doing pretty well at the moment too, so you should be loving it. Now, you went on a bull and won the league's MVP in 2020. Congratulations. What an achievement. Do you wear that medal around? I would.
Thank you. No, I don't wear the medal. It's a trophy, but I just keep it safe and at home. And I guess it is a pretty cool medal to win because the girls that you play against and your teammates vote you in as that MVP for the year. So it's something that I never forget and definitely a cool honor to win.
Yeah, it's a big achievement. Okay, I've done some little research on you. Some would call it stalking your Instagram. You're a real outdoors sort of girl. What would be your favourite outdoor activity?
Yeah, I love camping. Definitely, in the off season, if I can get away camping. I have 2 dogs, a German Shepherd Honey and a Pug Bronson. I love spending time with them too and taking them camping. Yeah, I guess just being outdoors. I love being outdoors and, enjoying the sun if it's warm or, just love nature.
I haven't actually been camping before.
Definitely have to try it. It's, I think that you either love it or hate it, but if you like it, you'll definitely love it.
Try and persuade my dad. Now, girls just want to have fun. Do you see yourself as a singer?
I try. I don't think I'm very good at it though. I think I annoy a few of my teammates when I'm singing around the club, but I don't think I'm very good at it.
Okay. I saw you shoot a gun and then saw you write a book about The Walking Dead. I'm no expert, but I'm backing the zombies after seeing that.
Yeah, I did get into The Walking Dead a few years ago when it was in its prime, but I haven't watched it in a while. It's a pretty scary show, to be honest. But I did shoot a gun once and it didn't end well. I think it backfired and hurt my shoulder. So I thought I better, give that a miss from now on because didn't want to, cause too many injuries from that.
No, you don't. The little house that you bought is awesome. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, so we have it's called a tiny house. It is pretty small. I think it was just something we decided to do. We've got a bit of land in Trentham, so we just put the tiny house on there and just living out of that. And I guess we just got what we need in it. Don't need too much, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I saw you as a Wiggle, the yellow Wiggle. Is it Emma, Sam, or Greg Wiggle? I'm thinking old school Wiggles.
Yeah, with the Wiggles, don't mind. It's a good Mad Monday dress up the Wiggles. So if you got, 4 or 5 of your friends, you can all dress up as a Wiggle and, have a good time. But, I don't even know the Wiggles' names. One's Greg.
Yeah.
I think it's
He's
Greg.
my...
I don't mind Greg.
Yeah, Greg's the best. Well, Jasmine, you're an absolute legend. A ball winner who goes forward and kicks goals is the ultimate combination for me. But there is one thing you need to improve on. But don't worry, I have it for you. It's a celebration after you kick a snag. You can use mine. It's the Into the Fire.
Don't mind that one. Do need the girls, we always come up with new celebrations and we probably need to get into it a little bit more. But yeah, I don't mind your one there.
Right, we'll show that to the team. You gotta do it first. Well, Jasmine, I can't thank you enough for taking some time out of your busy schedule to chat. You're an absolute star both on and off the field, mate. And the ALFW is so lucky to have you running around.
Thanks heaps, Liam. Thanks for chatting to me and love your work. Love what you're doing.
It's been my absolute pleasure.